I'm Shem. Welcome to our church.
What's up, my people? Welcome to an awesome church.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and if you're looking for a church, glad to have you.
Hi guys, my name is Abigail. Welcome to Mavuno Young and Fearless. Enjoy.
I'm Koi the DJ and we are glad to have you.
Good morning. Welcome to the news at the top of the hour. My name is Quentin Amega Maswache and this is Mavuno Young and Fearless News. And in our top story today, a very ordinary man named Gideon, who more is written about him than any other judge of Israel. In the years before God's choosing of Gideon, Israel had committed herself to the worship of Baal and Asherah. Then the Midianites defeated them. For 7 years, the Midianites plundered the crops and other belongings of the Israelis. When the people cried out to God for help, God sent word to Gideon. Let's now join our senior international correspondent Soki Dis as he is on location waiting the arrival of Gideon. Over to you, Soki.
Hey guys, it's your favorite reporter Soki Dis right here and reporting live from I don't know where, but this guy who I'm about to introduce you is a guy who, you remember the story of the guys who were Chujwad while they were drinking Maji. So all the way from home, introducing Gidi Maji. This guy is an Instagram model. He doesn't know how to fight, but he's leading an army. Imagine that. God called him my mighty warrior. Let's see.
How you guys doing? My name is Gideon, son of Josh from the tribe of Manasseh. So today I'm going to tell you a story. I want to actually be able to express a time in my life that I did not get here. You see, I'm putting on some nice, clothes. It's really colorful, and I've gained some weight. I look good. Yeah, but yes, I want to tell you a little story. This story basically you can find it in the book of Judges, chapter 6. But as I tell you this story, I want to express the little things that I went through, and at that point in time, I was wondering what's going on. So we used to be in the times when we were living life, enjoying food, eating, and all these things, which are fun. I was like, yes. And then you used to literally go fatten your cattle so that you can actually have great nyama choma manze. Hey, your nyama ilikuwa safi. I'm telling you, that meat was just on point. And then you had so much to put in the garden, and then you just go harvest and have some nice big juicy fruit, and you're like, yes, I'm enjoying it. But then guess what? Some time comes, we get into trouble, and these people called Midianites. I don't even understand. It's like their name is just even after it's like the duck which just comes and destroys everything. Midianites. They came and they started taking everything we had. I don't understand what happened. I really don't. So they literally took our food, they took our cattle, they took everything that we owned. If it wasn't enough for them to carry, they destroyed it. I didn't understand. I started starving. Now, you can see already how big I am. I started starving. Guys, I was skinny. My people were skinny. We didn't have anything to eat. And yet, we enjoyed the life. But then guess what? As these guys came and decided to destroy everything, they brought trauma, they brought havoc, they brought pain. We had to run away from our homes. I had no bed no more. I had no bed. I was sleeping on the ground. Cold, hard ground. It was cold. No harvest. No fat, juicy meat. No nyama choma. No fruits. We had to do everything in spaces where you're in hiding. Now, basically, we had to flee to the hills and into the caves, into the mountains, so that we can actually be safe. Now, you can imagine, a cave is really cold. The bears, when they live there, it's because they have a lot of hair. For us, nothing, no clothes. Okay. I used to wonder, where is God in all this? Like, why did he leave us to actually suffer, be in havoc? I really didn't understand. Like, I didn't get it. Now, this one day, I'm there actually enjoying cutting the grass, in a cave, but I had to enjoy it. What else do I do? It wasn't a norm to us, but I had to, because that was the way of life now. I'm just cutting there, in the wine cellar, and then out of nowhere, someone just appeared, so glorious, so white. I was like, who's this now? How can I help you? And then literally, he looks at me, and then the words he says that the Lord, he comes to me and says, Gideon, you'll be a great warrior. I'm like, me. Or is he talking to someone else? Me, great warrior. As small as I am, as skinny as I am. Maybe are you on some coffee or something like that? I really don't understand. Who, me? I was like, nah, this can't happen. Then he comes and he's still there. He's trying to convince me. He's telling me that you'll be the one to save the Israelites. I'm just like, me, as small as I am, from a small tribe, insignificant. Me going to save Israel? How? Where? In what day and age? That's impossible. Like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? That can't happen. So at that point in time, he goes, no, the Lord is with you. I'm like, where? If he's with me, honestly, then how come he's let us suffer? How come he's let these guys take everything that we have? Why then has he decided to put us in a space of trouble? We were happy. So at this point in time, there was nothing else that we could do. And so, imagine this. He then, later on, I'm like, okay, fine, you know what? Before you go, let me, if truly the Lord is with me, let me give him a sign. Give me a sign. So at that point in time, I went, the last food I had, get an offering, and I'm just like, let me give this guy, he must be starving, probably he's in the hardships like we are. And then I give him the food, I bring the food and he tells me place it on the rock. I'm thinking, hey, this guy's about to get down, about to eat this food, and I'm about to be like, yeah, we can join together. This guy starts touching it with a stick. I'm like, what are you doing? And then later on, boom, fire. My food. I'm looking, my food was burning. This guy literally, the food that I had, I gave him, thinking he's going to eat, he burns the food. He burnt the food. By the time I'm actually looking at that food and worried, and then looking up again, this guy was no more. Here, up, that's when I knew. That was an angel. I didn't see him walk. I didn't see no feet, marks. This guy just disappeared. Boof, gone. It's like, here. Okay. So at that point in time, I was like, okay, the Lord even, still comforted me, just talking to me and telling me, you'll be able to do it. And so I got the courage, I got the strength, and then I was like, okay, fine, let's go do it. I got 1,000 men. I was like, yes, let's get all these men. Let's go. We're gonna go for war. 32,000 in number. I was like, yes, the bigger the number, the better. We can actually be able to outnumber these guys and fight them. But these guys were so many. 135. Yeah, there were very, very many. But then after that, when we're going, the Lord now starts saying, Gideon, you guys are too many. I'm like, are you okay? Lord, hold up. Wait. You want us to reduce the number and you can see these guys are many. How? He goes, no, you guys are too many. So do this. Reduce the number. Those who are afraid, let them go home. I'm like, but I encourage them. Now you want me to tell those people who are afraid to go home? How? Why? So imagine 32,000 just cut to 10,000. 22,000 people gone like that. I was wondering now, how exactly am I going to be able to fight off 135,000 men with just 10,000? But hey, me thinking that was it, we're going to fight with 10,000 people, and me thinking that's it, I got enough people now. The Lord says, those are still too many. I was like, yeah. Okay, God, I know you're funny. I know you got a sense of humor, but what are you trying to say? Honestly, how? How is now 10,000 so little? Like, that cannot happen. Then he says, okay, fine, do this. Take them to the river. Let them have water. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, they need water, they're thirsty. They gotta dehydrate, get ready for the war. But then, they start drinking. There are those who scooped and drank. Those who just put their head in the water and just licked like dogs. Then God says, those who licked like dogs, send them home. And that was the majority. 9,700. 9,700 people slashed down again. We were 300 against 135 people. If you do the math, that's 450 Midianites, soldiers to one of us. Now, just imagine, how was one person going to find 450 people? But I don't know, like I didn't really understand. I was in that space, I'm like, okay, God, how are you truly with us if truly you're saying that, we should reduce the number? Well, at that point in time, I was like, God, okay, fine, you know what? If truly this is you, give me another sign. I asked for 3 more signs. And then he was actually able to do them. Now, with these 3 signs, when he was able to do them, I started to wonder, okay, fine, I'm in fear. Literally, I was shaken to the core. I was like, how am I going to go with 300 men to fight 135 people? I really didn't understand. I was buffered. I was just in that space. I'm wondering, okay, what does that mean? But I'm guessing God maybe wanted to show off. But that showing off, I'm like, God, hey, I don't know how this is going to work. But then guess what? He says, okay, fine. go with those 300 men. When we reached the campsite, we looked at all of them and you're just like, these guys look like flea, like ants that are coming right at you. And I looked back and I looked at the number, I was just like, so guys, we're ready. So what's gonna happen is, when we all blow the trumpets, we just go, we just charge, we just run down. Yeah, we're just gonna run down. These guys were literally 135,000 people, 135,000, and we're just 300. Guys, 1,300. 1,100, hey. But imagine, we head down, trumpets, we're all running down and we're just like, yes, we're gonna take it. Then guess what? These people start fighting each other. Have you ever seen witchcraft? Or confusion, or wondering? We're like, wait, what kind of sorcery is this? Imagine, it reached the point these guys were actually just killing each other. We kept on, we went into fighting and these guys were killing each other. And then the few that remained just ran away. They were just like, hey, we don't understand what's going on. And that's how we won. Literally, we had a victory. And in my head, I was just like, okay, we were fighting from a place of victory. We were already winning at that point in time. It wasn't about our number. It wasn't about our strength or our skill in the battlefield, because I didn't have no skill, like none. But it was about, can we trust God and go with Him? Can we fight with Him and not against Him? And truly, when we did that, we won. We won. We're literally able to win. We're like, yes. They ran away. They ran away from 300 men. But okay, not 300 men. They ran away because God gave us the victory. Yeah. And we were happy. And that was an amazing thing. That literally we were in victory. And that victory was ours. Now, at that point in time, guys, I want to share just three things that I got to learn from this. It's my story, but yes, I want to share three things. At that point in time, you still have to learn something. So number one, God uses tough times to get our attention. Now imagine, if honestly, we're not in tough times and we're just happy, enjoying, and I know all of us, we get into this space where we, when we get into a moment of joyousness, where we think everything is okay, there's no problems, we forget God. And that's what we did. We did forget God. We thought now we could handle it. I'm my own man. And yet God is so gracious so much that we forget about His grace and we think now it's about us. It's our own will. So truly sometimes He gets you into those spaces where He'll be like, this is what you want. Go ahead. Have what you want. And then you start wondering, why is He letting you have all these troubles? And then you're focusing on the problem in front of you instead of trying to see that you actually left God. And that's exactly what we did. We did leave God. And so He gave us to what we wanted, the desires. Even I know my own father was the one who actually built those, those things, those idols that we worship. But at that point in time, we had to fight that. We had to be able to put ourselves out and fight to take back our kingdom, the kingdom that truly belongs to God. And that needed for us to go back to God. That's what we needed. Then, number two, God is patient with our faith process. He is patient with your faith process. Now imagine that. How is He patient? Because truly, for me, myself, I asked for a sign from the angel, He gave me. Again, the Lord, with the men, again, I was not trusting because, He'd reduced my men from 32,000 to 300. I had to ask Him for more signs. He literally fulfilled them. But still, I was not, trustworthy, but I was fear. But I was like, okay, God, let me allow you to do what you got to do. It's because, you see, in that process for Him showing me all those miracles, God was patient enough to actually wait for me to get into the understanding and the play. And then the last thing, success is never determined by God's power. By our power. It's through God's power. Success is determined through God's power, not ours. Why? Because I was thinking of the 32,000 men that we're going to be able to defeat. But God was thinking, if you trust me, then you'll already have a victory. And that's why He reduced the men. Because truly, if He was going to make that miracle through He had to show me how to trust him, and not in the people that I had, and not in the people that I went to collect. So hey, my last verse that I can actually give you is from Proverbs 3, 11 to 12, which says, "Do not despise the Lord's instruction, my son, and do not loathe his disciplines. For the Lord disciplines the one he loves, just as the father, the son he delights in. He loves you too much to let you keep living in the way you are. He longs to be at the center of your life, so he designs in our troubles, and they're always for our good." Imagine that. So sometimes the places that you're in, don't always look at the problem. Always ask God, what am I learning? And that's exactly what we got to learn. Because through it all, we knew that because we left God, that's how we ended up in that problem. So hey, maybe you're there and wondering, what are you going through? My story can maybe be one to share for you. Have you left God that you think that he's not there? Maybe you're in trouble. Find out. Ask him, what is the lesson that he's trying to teach you? Or what is the message within that trouble? Thank you very much.
They're human bones, as fragile as mine. I have my flaws, but they have the same kind. I was ashamed 'cause I couldn't see, but grace says that they're in the same boat as me. But what I look, you are full of. Where I'm broken, you are whole. What I'm doubting, you are sure of. I'll trust the lover of my soul. I'm not afraid of the arrows by day, nor the darkness that comes when the sun rolls away. Lord, you know that my strength never lasts. You make up for every weakness I have. And what I look, you are full of. Where I'm broken, you are whole. What I'm doubting, you are sure of. I'll trust the lover of my soul. And what I love, you are full of. Where I'm broken, you are whole. What I'm doubting, you are sure of. I'll trust the lover of my soul. And what I love, you are full of. Where I'm broken, you are whole. What I'm doubting, you are sure of. I'll trust the lover of my soul. And what I confess, you will cover. What I let go, you will come true. Lord, my hope is in no other. I'll trust the lover of my soul.